let's start to study about the second definition of a verb. The second definition of a verb is about a condition of a subject. A condition of a subject is a description about the surrounding of the subject on the premise that the subject exists in a point in time and a place. The speaker can state a clause about a condition of a subject when the subject exists, and when the speaker tells the existence of a subject to the listeners can think of a specific point in time and a place for the subject to exist. In this point, we can think of the range of the surrounding that reveals the condition of the subject. The speaker, whose existence is allowed by V1, states the condition of the subject from our spirituality in Jesus Christ. So, the condition of the subject can be stated from the spiritual surrounding in the subject. In this perspective, we can understand that the adjectives peaceful, pious, and happy that can describe the spiritual condition of the subject are applied to reveal the condition of the subject in a clause. The range of the condition starts from the description about the subject because the surrounding of the subject starts from the existence of the subject. As we can understand that the condition about the surrounding can be extended to the external environment next to the spiritual surrounding of the subject, that is internal. From the existence of the subject, the range of the condition reaches out to the description about how the subject is, what the subject is in a case that the subject is a person, or who the subject is. The indication to define the subject can also reveal the condition of the subject in the perspective that who we are is also a kind of a surrounding that is granted by our spiritual father. There is a clause, I am. This clause describes that the speaker exists in a point in time and a place. The information about the time when the speaker exists and the place where the subject exists can be stated originally, but the speaker can abbreviate the information, and the speaker of this class abbreviates the two premises about the time and place. The information about the fact that the subject exists and the point in time and the place is not stated by a word or a phrase, but is necessary for the speaker to proceed with a further statement. So we can understand that the existence of the subject is the basic definition of a verb. The description by the verb am reveals that the existence of the speaker as the subject so we can understand that the verb am reveals the basic definition of a verb. This is also obvious from the fact that the speaker indicates himself as the subject with the personal pronoun I. This indication means that the speaker already exists because the speaker as the subject exists at first. The speaker can be indicated as the subject of this clause. The speaker can reveal the existence of the subject with an indication and the description by the be verb. The be verb describes the existence of the speaker as the subject. The second clause is this: I am a student. This clause describes who the speaker is with the phrase of a noun, a student, on the premise that the speaker exists in the point in time and the place. The speaker not only exists but also is in a condition indicated by the phrase of the noun, a student. The indication a student that is applied as a subjective complement defines who the speaker as the subject is on the premise that the speaker exists. We can understand that the surrounding start from the existence of the subject. We can understand that this body is also one of the clothes. So who we are is able to be considered one of the conditions. And we will think of the definition of the be verb am. In the previous class, the definition of the be verb am describes the existence, and the be verb am describes the condition of the speaker with the indication of student as a subjective complement. We can see the definition of the be verb changes from revealing the existence of the subject to describing the condition of the subject this phenomenon that the definition of the be verb is changed can be understood with the trait of an adverb that the be verb has. This phenomenon is comparable to the combination of the general verb exist and the preposition that is one of the adverbs as. The arrangement of the two indications are described to be equivalent. The subjective complement that is an indication is interpreted to define the speaker as the subject, and a be verb is one of verbs. The criteria of a verb include a be verb and a general verb. So this special phenomenon of the be verb can be understood in comparison with the application of the general verb exist and the preposition as an adverb. Each composition of the phrase of the general verb exist as shares the role of the be verb. The general verb exist describes the existence of the subject. The preposition as is applied by the speaker who wants to define an unstated subject with the subject of the preposition and the object of the preposition. So we can understand that the subject of the preposition as and the object of the preposition as are equivalent. Because the general verb exists and the preposition as can perfectly substitute the role of the be verb, we can understand that the be verb that is classified as one of the verbs include the trait of an adverb, like the preposition as one of the adverbs.